Hey everyone, it is Jacqueline Howard with the Flying Dog Foundation, and I am here with Ellie Ganopoulos, also of the Flying Dog Foundation. And we are so excited to have with us today Claudia Presto. Claudia, welcome. Thanks for coming in today.
Happy to be here.
And Claudia, we are talking to you about something very special that we wanted to further get the word out about, and that is the Sighthound Shivoo taking place in Kanab, Utah, early in May. Claudia, what is the Sighthound Shivoo?
So were you going to say Greyhound Gathering?
I was going to say Greyhound Gathering.
Because in 1999, I started Greyhound Gathering Kanab. And, as time progressed and I started rescuing more than just greyhounds and other sighthounds and lurchers and staghounds and galgos and, things like that, I changed the name to Sighthound Shivoo. Do you girls know what Shivoo means?
I do, but I'm going to let you tell us. I only know it because I've read it on your website.
So it's an Australian word for boisterous party, which I thought was just absolutely perfect to describe the event.
I love it. It's better than Sighthound Shindig.
Yes, I agree.
That's true. What is with all the stuffed animals?
Good question. So I have a little stuffed animal addiction, and I volunteer at the Kanab thrift shop where I can fulfill my little stuffed animal addiction.
Oh, yeah.
And I can collect stuffed animals and then give them away to all the hounds that come to Sighthound Shivoo.
Oh.
So we will have mountains, and I'm talking mountains of stuffies for the dogs to get as prizes and giveaways and just for fun things. So for instance, on our hike, you have to watch out for bears. Not that there's any bears in Utah, but on our hike, there will be some bears. And during Yappy Hour, we have something called Wabbit Wrestling, and the dogs can go hunting for wabbits and take one home.
Reviewing the events at all, I absolutely love the sense of fun and just so many unique events that you have going on during the Shivoo. I have to tell you, it's certainly something that I've always wanted to attend. And this is going to be our first time. And I'm just curious, do you have any advice for people like us, first time attendees, before we get there?
Yes. So this is the great read from 2021. It's 40 pages. As a registered guest, you're going to get it early in a PDF, and it's really good bedtime reading to make you fall asleep.
Nice.
So you will be very prepared for all the things going on. So every event is really about doing something with your dog. Even those who come without dogs can still have fun.
That'll be us. That'll be us. Yeah, because we are coming in from the East Coast, so we will be dogless.
Yeah, we're flying. But Jacqueline, if you find a rabbit and you want to,
Oh yeah, because that's what I want to do. Bring a rabbit to a Sighthound.
You can take home a stuffy and snuggle with it in bed at night if
There
you
you
need
go.
to.
Claudia, when is the Shivoo?
Oh, that's May 4th through 7th.
Okay, and as we mentioned, it is in Kanab. What is the weather like in Kanab, Utah in May?
It can snow, it can rain, it can be 85 degrees. It can be anything.
Anything goes. Okay, and
layers.
And walk me through the Shivoo. What exactly is it? Like, I know it's a gathering of sighthound lovers and their sighthounds, but like, what do people do there? Is it in one place? Is it multiple places? What's it like?
Okay, so it's also a major fundraiser. Okay. We've raised over $500,000 throughout the year.
Oh my gosh.
To give away, and we've given it away to other groups mostly.
Wow.
As you do so successfully. So So it starts on Thursday night with HGT, which is Hounds Got Talent.
Okay.
And we also are including this year Humans Got Tattoos. So
Ooh.
so we have a little stage at the Best Friends Roadhouse in Mercantile, and people will get up and show off the talents that their dogs have. We don't allow ruining at that. We try to organize. We try to organize our singing, but I encourage people to do silly things, like a couple of things. One woman bought a squirt gun and she squirted it at her hound's mouth, and he just snapped at the water, which was hysterical. And she goes, "He's actually better with a hose," she said, "but I couldn't figure out how." And there's a prize for every hound that is part of HGT this year. So that's Thursday.
Okay.
Friday, we start the day off with a hike, and that's where you might find a bear or 2 or 3 or 10 or 25. And then and we're hiking around our reservoir. We have a little reservoir and it's all paved, and it is 3 miles, so it's not for every dog to do, but it is a lovely hike. And then
is it rugged? Is it, so you said it's paved, it's not a rugged terrain?
No, not rugged at all.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
But I do in the Great Read, in the Great Read, I do list other hikes that you can take, because there are some gorgeous hikes right around town, with vistas and views, sagebrush, which I love walking in the sagebrush. It smells so pretty, and it'll probably be raining at some point, so it'll smell even prettier. So then we go into, so the town is very small. Town is only 4,000. So you're going to be able to find everything really easily. There's one main street through town. It's called Center Street or 89. And that's where everything comes off of. So it's a very short car ride to everything. Best Friends on Saturday night is your longest car ride, and that's 10 minutes.
Wow, that is close.
So it's everything is really, really close. So we have a new building this year where we are doing our shopping. And by shopping, I mean, I have over 300 silent auction items, hence the fundraising theme for you.
My goodness.
Okay. Then we also have something called dramatic drawings, which is we'll have a little bag, and you can put one of your tickets in there, your grab bag tickets, because we have grab bag items at every meal. We have over 50 grab bag items at every meal. The bags are, the minimum bag is worth $5 and the average bag is worth $20. And it goes up to $150.
Wow.
For something. So for a $1 ticket, you can get some cool stuff. So Greyhound Gang has a booth, with all the Greyhound Gang supplements and t-shirts and that. Yanni Planting has come year after year from Texas. She's got really gorgeous wall hangings, and she's very, very generous to groups. And Marcy Jones, she sells coats and a variety of other items, and all her money goes to Gray Save, which is a group out of California. So those would be the vendors. But again, it's really about shopping in the auctions, because 100% of that money goes to help hounds. So Saturday that goes till 2 o'clock. Friday that goes till 2 o'clock. At 3 o'clock is a talk by me called Claudia's Brain Dump. And I will talk a little, but then just take questions, and any kind of question goes.
I promise to behave.
I was going to say, any kind of question, Claudia?
Any kind.
Okay.
4 o'clock is Meet the Sighthound. So we have people come up and talk about the Podencos and the Galgos and the Borzois and the Deerhounds and the Irish Wolfhounds, because a lot of people haven't seen the other Sighthound breeds. So that's always fun. And then 5 o'clock is our first meal. And at every one of our meals, we introduce a featured group who will be a recipient of some of the money raised, of which Flying Dog Foundation will be one of those. So you guys will have 5 minutes, and then the hook comes out.
Bring us to the hook.
The fire hydrant. The fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
I'll use the water gun that lady brings.
Yeah,
And
I'll just catch it in my mouth though, so it won't work.
yeah. Yeah. So that so Friday night we do the grab bags, we do the golden oldies salute, so they get a bag worth over $100 of goodies to help the golden oldies.
What does that mean, golden oldies? Do you mean senior dogs?
Senior dogs, yeah, I call
Gotcha.
them. Yeah. And let's see, what else do we do? Oh, the live auction. Every meal we do about 20-25 live auction items. And I insist that my live auctions be fast, fun, and furious. A lot of laughing, done quickly, and hopefully a lot of money raised. So then Friday night we go back to the building where we have the silent auction and the vending. And then Saturday morning, we're not doing a parade this year. We're doing something called the Costume Sidewalk Strut. So everybody's in costumes, and we will have a truck with music going up and down the street. So we gather by the church. We walk about 3 blocks. There'll be people, lining the streets to pet the hounds and say hello. And so it'll be a little more informal this year, instead of a parade where they stop all the traffic and all that kind of stuff, which they have done for us year after year. So then we go back to the Best Friends Roadhouse in the stage, and we have our costume contest. There's never first, second, or third prizes. There's never a winner at my event. It's always like, you're too cute, for the ones that are thing. So on the fly, I come up with funny names for each of the prizes. And these prizes that you get, everybody in a costume gets a prize, or every family in a costume gets prizes. And the prizes are valued usually from $25 to $100.
Wow.
So they're really nice prizes. And some people really do some great work in getting costumes together. It's just. So then we have our lunch, and we have grab bags, and we have a live auction, and we introduce another group. Then Saturday evening is the creme of the event. And that is, we go up to Best Friends Angels Landing, which is a natural amphitheater where the shamans once gathered to cross over to other worlds. It is stunningly beautiful and spiritual. And we have a boisterous party there. And we have yappy hour from 4 to 5. The dogs get chicken shots, and they'll get homemade cookies this year. Oh, let me tell you about the cookies at our event. Vanessa Borrero has stepped up she made them last year, and she agreed to make them this year. They are, and I am a cookie monster in addition to being a stuffed animal addict. So they are incredibly good, and she makes them for us. And you'll be in love with them. Yeah, and they're big. So we head up to Angel's Landing. We have the Wabbit wrestling for the dogs, and it's just a big party. Everybody brings their own meal. I have Wasatch Brewery is the sponsors. They have beers like Polygamy Porter, Evolution, Chasing Tail, and then Mutt Lynch Winery. I got to get them to get us a case. And then we have wine too. So it's a really, really great time, and we have a lot of fun. This year, Julie Castle, the CEO of Best Friends, will give us all a welcome. So that's pretty special. That's if she's in town. At the moment she's going to be, but she's a pretty busy person, so we never know. But also Anne Mejia, who is like the spiritual core of Best Friends. She is one of the most fabulous, caring people on the face of this earth, is doing our blessing. So it's a very, very special evening, and everybody looks forward to it. And so then Saturday night, we go back to the silent auction room, and you have till 9 o'clock. And then the silent auction ends. And then I stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning, collating those 300 plus items into an Excel spreadsheet with, lovely volunteers who've agreed to stay up with me. And then those are ready at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning for people to come and purchase. And then Sunday we have our Blur Fur. That's from 9 to 11. I am very proud to say that, Greyhound Gathering, Sighthound Shivoo was really the first event after Dewey of any length and time. And Blur of Fur was a term coined by Fast Jack, who made incredible t-shirts, a long time ago.
Sure,
And
we actually have a few come into our auction or donated every once in a while,
Yes.
so I'm familiar with them. Yeah.
that's Kim and Scott Summer out of the Midwest, and they are lovely people. But we have the chief of police doing the radar gun to clock the dogs.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Then we have our final lunch, and then the party's over.
Well,
Yeah, there's a week left to get the discounted rate of $150, which may sound high, but it doesn't even cover the cost. That's 3 full meals. That's a memory photo with the Red Rock background that many people use for their Christmas card. That's all the free things, the prizes. There's giveaways at every single event. It's lots of stuff.
yeah, it's a bargain. And
now
with
I
it-
have a
with
question
that-
about accommodations. We went with renting a house, but are there lots of hotels and stuff in the area that people can stay at?
Yes. That's all that people used to stay at in the beginning. Back in 1999, there weren't VRBOs and Airbnbs. Now most people do rent a house because they're bringing animals and it's just better for the animals. Though Best Friends Roadhouse and Mercantile is an unbelievably fabulous. It was made expressly to vacation with your pets. And that's a great place to stay. But yes, there's Kanab is a tourist town. There's lots of hotels.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
I also want to mention that Kanab is centrally located. It's an hour and a half from Zion National Park, the north rim of the Grand Canyon, hour and a half from Bryce, hour and a half from Lake Powell in Page. So it is really a mecca for adventures in the Southwest. So Best Friends Animal Society, largest no-kill animal society in the US, maybe in the world. But their mission has been to make the United States no-kill by 2025, and they are going to do it.
Wow. We'd love to see that.
They
Yeah.
are having shelters throughout the US learn how to take care of, get volunteers, move their animals, take care of them medically, fundraise. They really are a leader in the animal care industry.
Yeah, I've been a big fan for many years. Yeah, they're an extraordinary group of people, and it's so cool that they're right there, and that you're doing some partnering with them. It's really neat. And Claudia, I do want to mention this for anyone that has ever wanted to go to the Sighthound Shivoo. This is it, guys. This is your last chance, because sadly it is the last one. There will not be another. So I urge you to not miss out. Go to this event. You'll be among the throngs of other sighthound lovers. I have not been to this event, but Claudia, I've known you for a while, and we've been talking about this event over the years, and it sounds like it's just a very friendly, welcoming, fun time for folks. To just leave your troubles behind, grab your pooch, and get there.
It is a really every year it is so good, and every year I say, well, the next year can't be that good, and every year it is. And it's, what, it comes from a place of love. We bring our loves with us, and there's no way you can go wrong like that. And it's not cliquey. Everybody talks to everybody laughs together. We do everything together. And I have like 75% return rate every single year.
Wow. So hopefully this year, I know I'm gonna see some old friends there. Hopefully we're gonna make some new friends. I'm just so excited. It's one of those things that I always wanted to go to, but said, oh, it's gonna have to be next year. I just couldn't make the time, but we know it's now or never. So we made the time, and we're just so excited about going. Of course, meeting you, meeting the rest of the people, from your organization, from best friends. And, thank you so much for sharing all this information with us. And I hope if anyone's watching has been on the fence about whether they should go or not, I think after seeing this, they're going to say, oh yeah, I gotta go, because it just sounds delightful.
It's delightful. It's it's just there's so much to do. Claudia and team do such a great job in building this schedule. At the landscape alone of this area is just it's breathtaking. It is to be seen, beautiful part of the world for folks to go to. So even if you're not in a neighboring state or in Utah, like if you're like us and coming from the East Coast, like it's definitely worth the trip out there. Definitely.
It is a beautiful piece of heaven. And for you guys driving from Vegas here,
Yeah.
you'll be gaga. You'll be going like, oh my God, look at all these I mean, it's like a little Sedona in the beauty, with the red cliffs and blue skies and the sagebrush. Yeah, I never get tired of driving home from the Vegas airport when I go places. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Can't
Nice.
wait.
Well, Claudia, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in May. Ellen, always a pleasure. And we will be posting the links in this video so that people can see where to go to register. Highly, highly, highly recommend this event. Go see it. Say hi to us. Or stay away. People like stay away from us. But you don't have to talk to us if you don't want to. But we'll be there.
I have people that have said they're coming because you guys are coming. They want to meet you.
Kidding?
I am kidding.
Face.
Cross my heart, hope to die.
Wow.
So you better behave and be nice.
Oh no. Well, we'll be nice. We're always nice.
Well, that's very exciting. I mean, wow. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't be disappointed, but
We'll do our best.
That's all we do is our best.
That's
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Claudia. We will talk to you in May.
All righty. Bye.